machine gun hit on the javelin.
Hello, fine people. Welcome to the show. I'm glad y'all made it back. I'm glad I'm back. So I got more videos coming, and this is the Saber video updated for those of you that wanted or messaged me, wanted the updated version of my mindset as when I'm using the Saber and fighting, or any ship for that matter. So we're going to take a look here in Arena Commander. You get a quick look at how my mindset is when I approach a target. Alright, so right here I'm taking a lot of damage to my face, but I'm not worried about it because that's an Aurora. And what I'm trying to do is get in position, but that NPC took him out for me. So we'll have a better example here. I also want to show you how to trail a target in order to get the best position on them. So if you look at this Tana, this Reliant, you can see the smoke trail there, the engine trail. That's how I know which way he's going, and I adjust my movements according to how I see that, if that makes sense. So I'll show you more examples, and I do this with real players as well as NPCs, because lag and desync and all kind of other things play a factor when you're fighting in the PU. So I use that to my advantage, and I'll show you more of that here in a second. So this target here, he shot a missile at me. I did dodge it, but barely. Missiles are a big thing, and they're gonna be a big thing, and I have videos on how to dodge missiles. But he shot an electromagnetic missile at me, and my magnetic signature is high, so that missile is chasing me. No matter how many decoys I drop, and it hit me there, but I'm okay. So he's in a row. I'm gonna face tank him because I know I can do that with that ship. So just things like that you got to pay attention to. What type of ship you're fighting, that's probably the biggest thing you got to think about, no matter what kind of ship you're in. In this encounter here, we have a Buccaneer, and pretty much going at him straight on, trying to figure out what he's going to do, but he didn't last long. So that's my mindset. I look at, I'm going to give you a big tip. So look at the ship itself. So right here, this Gladius, I'm looking at him. He want to circle straight. I want to do I'm doing a quick little J hook to get above him. And but you want to look at the ship as well. If you can look at the pip, that's fine. But you want to look at the ship itself, and you want to look at his engine trail. CIG put that in the game, which is very useful. So I look at his engine trail, and I look at the ship itself, and then once I get in a prime position, then I open fire. Especially with ballistics, because you have a set amount of ammo. But this is the best way to get prime position on your target, no matter if it's an NPC or a player. And you'll see a lot of examples of that in this video. So I'm trying to get behind this guy. I see his engine trails there, so I know I'm behind him. And I stay behind him until I melt him. I was in prime position. Here again, I don't go directly at the target. I straight trying to get behind him. If you watch my first Saber video, it goes to the basics of what I'm talking about here today. So this Tanner, he's erratic, spinning and all kind of other stuff. So now I see his trail. So now I'm trying to follow that trail, and I'm gonna show you an example of what I'm talking about. So control, I got ultimate control behind this guy. Even though he's not moving that fast, like 90 meters a second, 100 meters. But I'm staying behind him no matter which direction he go. And this is the foundation of how I'll PvP and PvE. This is just the foundational part. And this is one of the things you want to be doing when you're engaging a target. Because what happens is you're in there blind. And you want to try to stay in that blind spot. If you're behind them or to the side of them, you're in there blind and they got to do a lot of turning to figure out where you are. So this Aurora's trying to face tank me, but he's got the wrong ship. Alright, so here shortly we're going to get into the XenoThreat. Alright guys, so we're here at the garage. We got our Saber. We're ready to pull up the XenoThreat mission. And I'm in the PTU, by the way, in case you wanted to know. And we're going to jump right on in and see what we can do. Basically, what I like to do is patrol. So I get the XenoThreat mission. And then I don't do much of the cargo portion of it. But I do like to patrol and protect the ones that are trying to do the cargo. So there's something for everybody. Alright. So you see here I got attritions. And I got Gatlins. And there's a reason for that. And I'll explain that to you here. But first, system checks. Y'all want to do a system check to make sure you have the components on your ship first of all. And then make sure you have your right guns. So here, Mantises, I will overclock these. Right? Because they're ballistics. Attritions, on the other hand, I want to overpower. And you do that by moving this bar over. All the way to the right. Now they're overpowered. And that reduces some of that heat that I'm going to get when I use the attritions. And of course I overclock my shields. And my, just the shields. Alright. But you want to overpower certain weapons. Because it'll be a detriment to you if you overpower. Okay. And then I put all my weapons on the same group. Okay, so let's get to it. We'll jump over to the XenoThreat mission. Alright guys, so here we are. We're at I think MCL1. And we're gonna make our way over to where the mission's at. So good thing is I got a few buddies in this server. Shout out to the UE Navy, Gala, and Malaki. Yep. So also shout out to my guys, my org, Shadow Vipers. If you interested in joining a good org, I'm one of the instructors there, the flight instructors. You interested in joining a good organized organization, then Shadow Vipers is a good look. So take a look at Shadow Vipers and shout out to them. Alright, so we've made it. And what I'm doing right now is make sure there's no enemies around this area before I go over to the wreck site. So I'm just checking this area. I'm just jumping in. I don't fully know what stage they are in the mission. So I see they don't have many crates or whatever they got to get. So I'm going to make my way over to the crash site. And the Saber is a good ship for this because you got 3 shields and you're an interceptor type of ship. So your main job when you're in an interceptor ship is just to keep those guys that are mining, that are cargo hauling or anything like that. Try to keep the enemies off of them. And that's what I like to do in this mission. So right off the bat, I get a target, and it surprised me, caught me off guard, but I do the same process in Arena Commander. So I want to get to his backside, but he's not moving, so I'm gonna stop right there. And he wasn't moving because he was desync. So I did end up getting him, but I'll show you more examples here. So I'm just scanning the area, trying to find anybody that needs help. And we got a lot of well, actually this is a player. So you do have the players that show up. He's attacking that constellation, so I'm gonna help him out. And the same thing applies. I look at his backside. That's where I want to get. I see his trail. I want to follow that. And all my maneuvers will be based on looking at the ship, not just the pit. I only look at the pit when I'm ready to fire. But somebody took him out with a missile. But you can kind of see there what my mindset is. So if I kept my eyes on the pit the whole time, I don't know what he's doing. I'm just following where his predicted direction will be, which can change really quick, especially in that arrow. Alright, now we got the XenoThreat, and there's a lot of guys. So I see those guys down there are good, so I'm gonna go after this Valkyrie because he's gonna be a big threat. So I lock my missile to try to soften him up, get him with a good missile. And you want to lock the missile, you don't want to release the missile until you're at the minimum range, and then let it go. That way his countermeasures won't have time to pick it up. So now he wants to face tank me. I can't face tank him because he has more damage than I got. So I want to get behind him. I'm trying to get behind him, I'm looking for his trail there. I see it. Now I want to get there. Okay. Now I want to stay there. I want to stay in this trail. See that smoke trail? I want to stay right there. And that's how you want to fight. That's a basic understanding of how you want to stick to your enemy. So this guy here, I want to strafe around him until I get to his trail and I see it. I see it there. He's an arrow. He's fast. So I see how I stick to him. No matter which way he turns, I'm sticking to him. And I got the dominant position. Alright, so he got hit a little bit, thrown off. I want to get back to where I was. Now I see out the corner of my eye Vanguard, and now I got to be careful because I don't want to shoot him by accident. So I'm trying to be careful. Vanguard got in front of me. So I'm waiting until this enemy clears, and now I'm going back after him, but somebody hit him with a missile, which is fine. But you got to be aware when you're fighting with your buddies or with other people, be aware of your crossfire. And I call that airspace. That Vanguard was in my airspace. So now I got to pay attention because I don't want to swing in front of him or swing into him. Alright. So now we're coming up on the next little group. We got the XenoThreat here again, and there's quite a few ships. So I'm looking for the Mantises or any other big threat ships like Valkyries. And the reason for these weapons that I have, I almost forgot. The attritions help break down the shield, so my Mantises will do more damage. Okay. The ballistics don't do the maximum damage until the shields start to drop. So distortion or any laser has distortion type damage to it, like these attritions or NDBs or any other laser. They do have some distortion damage, so that helps my Mantises. So that's why I have it mixed. And if I run across any players, ballistics work the best. Alright, so they may have unless they're running dual Sukarons, which a lot of people are not. Yeah, so I'm good to go with ballistics. This poor guy here, he's in a constellation, and he got a crime stat by accident, but everybody just took him out. Poor guy here. All right, so moving on to the next clip, we're gonna jump into the actual Idris battle. So the Idris is showing up. He's got all his buddies with him. I'm in a Saber, so I know my job is not the Idris per se. You want to get the little buddies that's with him, little bandits that's with him, to clear everybody else. Okay, so they can be free and clear to attack the Idris without having too many issues. So I'm looking for the main threat. This is the main threat here, this Valkyrie, and he's going straight to that javelin. But I want to get him before he does that. And see, I'm in his trail. I want to stay in his engine trail there. Stay in that engine trail. Okay, he turned, and I can tell that by looking at that engine trail. And now I'm stuck to him like glue. He can't lose me, and he can't see me because I'm in this blind. Even if it's an NPC, player is the same. All right. So now I'm looking for the next main threat, and I don't see many. So I'm just gonna go out there and try to clear the field. Know some of those guys that is in the chat, they was happy that I told them I was coming, and they was glad. So shout out to you guys again. But yeah, the same thing applies. I got a little too close to that mantis. You don't want to be that close, because desync and other things may cause you to crash into each other. Alright. So yeah, this is a excellent mission to get everybody together. And I leave the chat up because I don't have everybody in the server in a party. So I want to know what's going on. I want to get intel. So I get it from the guys, good guys in the chat. So now I'm just evaluating the area, making sure there's no more bandits or anybody needs help. And I see a few people do a little bit. So I'm just trying to evaluate the situation. And you got to be careful of your crossfire and your airspace. So this guy's flying around. I know there's a lot of good guys around me, so I'm just being very cautious. It's a lot of lag, as you can see, a lot. So that plays a big factor. So trying to get this guy with all that lag going on, trying to figure out. I'm looking at his ship. That's why I'm not quite hitting his pip that much. But I'm trying to see which. He's so erratic. I'm trying to figure out. Now I found an opening and was able to shoot him. Yeah, so guys are like big lag in the chat. So yeah, it was pretty tough trying to shoot those guys. But you keep those same principles. Those are the foundational things, and everything else comes around that. So now we clear to get the Idris. So we gotta soften him up with missiles, because I can't really hurt him too much with my weapons. I'm just trying to help soften them up. Everybody's free range on the Idris because we cleared out all his little lackeys. So right here, when you attack a big ship and you're in a Saber, or you're in an Arrow, or you're in a Super Hornet, or anything like that, any kind of interceptor ship, you're not gonna do much damage to this Idris or Javelin or anything. So what you want to learn to do is sub-target. So I'm watching his shields, seeing where he's taking the most damage. Now I'm well, he just teleported. Teleported. My goodness. So I want to sub-target an engine, which is the other reason I have Gatling, because it penetrates through the shields and I can still do damage even though this Idris has very high shields. So now I got his engine sub-targeted. And in a few minutes here, you'll see one of the guys call out that his shields are down in the front. And then I will switch to a lag pip instead of the lead pip. Right now I'm still on lead pip because I got his engines sub-targeted. But you want to get that rail gun out the way. Really, but I can't sub-target that. So he's not moving. And he's getting hit by a lot of missiles and stuff like that. So now I realize, okay, now I need to switch. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm switching to, okay, now I switch to my lag pip. And I'm going directly for that nose. Somebody just said, okay, his shields are down. I can see his shields are down in the front. And that's why I'm hitting. And I'm keeping my range away from him because if I get too close, he could kill me easily. So I want to get right there at his nose. And there's a turret there if you look real carefully. If I can knock that out, that's even better. That's a bonus. So that's where my pip is sitting. Right there on that turn. Keep lighting them up. Keep lighting them up the best I can. Try to help out, even if it's a little bit. This ship is not designed to take out big ship, but I can take out turrets and engines. So now I back off. My ammo's low. Now I'm gonna assess the battlefield here. Take a look around. Make sure there's no any other bandits messing around with the other guys here trying to take down the Idris. Take a quick scan of his health, and as you can see here, his health is dropping quite fast. Went from 60 to 40 just like that. Oh yeah. So I'm reserving my ammo also because if somebody shows up, I throw a little bit more into him, but I'm saving ammo just in case. I don't want to go empty with my Gatling because if somebody shows up, a pirate or somebody, I can't fight, and I leave the guys hanging, which I'm sure they could take care of themselves. Now he's starting to move, and what I'm doing right here is a maneuver I call surfboarding. So this Idris is moving, but I'm moving with him in a horizontal plane, and I call that surfboarding. Okay, so he's destroyed, but the game glitched out and he just disappeared. So yeah, it's a lot of little tips and stuff that I can give. Some of this is very basic for those of you that just want to get into the game. Alright, so we're gonna head on back, and I got a little video to show you guys of what I do before I jump into Star Citizen. And you should try this because it helps me, and it will help you if you do it every time you jump into the game. I'm doing this in a particular ship for a reason, because control is everything, momentum is everything. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed it thus far, and I have some more videos of other ships, and once this gets released to the live, I definitely have some more. Alright, and sorry it took so long, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Alright. Oh, and look at the money that we get. I mean, 27, and then we get 2,500 like back to back to back. Alright, well, here comes the video. Check it out. Alright, this here is one of the biggest teachers in the game, and it's not even in the PU. And my goal here is not to finish it fast. My goal is control. Learn control. I'm doing this in a Vanguard. So I want to learn the ultimate feel of the Vanguard. And this is the best place to do it.
Checkpoint.
My goal is to stay around 150 or 200 meters a second. But at the same time, I want to get the good feel of control of this ship. And this is an excellent tool. So if you do this before you enter the game, you'll see the results through muscle memory and just stuff, trying to get a good feel for how it flies without desync, without lag. This maneuver here, I'm using the momentum of the Vanguard to make that turn. This is a small oversteer.
Checkpoint.
Alright. So yeah, you just try it out. Use ships that you like to use and go through it a couple of times before you get into PU, and you'll see the results big time. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Checkpoint.